Good, bright and beautiful Tuesday to everyone. Welcome to GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, providing superior forecasting for the northern mid-Atlantic region 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith on this gorgeous looking start to this Tuesday, the 7th of June, 2016. Beautiful looking skies on the visible satellite goes east this morning. We have lots of cloud cover over the outer banks of the Carolinas, association with Tropical Storm Colin, which is now off the coast of Georgia this morning. And this cloud shield will stay out of our region. We have clear skies, predominantly a few upper level cirrus clouds in portions of the region. And this is the next trough disturbance that will be moving through the afternoon hours, cold front. And it's going to initiate some chillier air across the region as we head into tomorrow and especially on Thursday, where temperature is going to be below seasonal levels for the first time in several days. The water vapor channel shows most of all the lifting here associated with Colin off the site here, off the satellite viewpoint here off of the Carolina coast here and Georgia coast. And this will be shearing away to the north and east away from our forecast zones as dry air comes into the region. Now, we do have some rain associated with Tropical Storm Colin and watches and warnings. We'll get into that in a moment. All of this is staying south of our forecast region, so no worries there. We have an upper level disturbance and cold front across southern New England, and this cold front will be moving through the region this afternoon with an isolated chance of a shower. More importantly, will be what is it going to be expected for tomorrow, and we'll get into that in just a moment. At the surface this morning, we have temperatures generally running in the mid to the upper 60s across the region. It's a little muggy too with the dew points in the lower 60s, but that will be a shifting and a dropping off. We see dew points now into the 50s as we head into western New York and Pennsylvania. This is a weak trough line with a few showers associated with it, but may probably just exit to our north and east during this afternoon. The cold front or trough will move through, lower the dew points, and the air temperatures will still be running around 80 degrees, but it'll feel more comfortable this afternoon than it does earlier this morning. We have no watches, warnings, or advisories in our forecast zones, but tomorrow small craft advisories may be needed, and that's as a result of a strong upper level disturbance and a secondary cold front moving through the region during the afternoon, initiating some showers and thunderstorms. There could be some warnings for those, and we'll get into that in a minute. This is the watches and warnings here for tropical storm warnings around the Carolina coast for this morning for Tropical Storm Colin as it makes its way south and east of the Carolina coast. This morning we can see on Doppler plenty of showers and even some thunderstorms across this region here with some watch boxes as well. On the aviation weather deck for today, VFR conditions expected. There is a small chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon across the region. The highest chance is mostly north of the terminal sites. Brief MVFR visibility is possible with any shower or thunderstorm. Outside of that VFR, wind should be shifting west to southwest this morning and then northwest toward evening as the trough axis moves through. Wednesday, an upper level disturbance will move through the region. The guidance differs on what this feature will bring, if anything, but the consensus is that it could trigger some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. We'll talk about that in a moment. Any shower and thunderstorm could bring MVFR and IFR conditions for a time. Otherwise, outside of that VFR, northwest winds gusting to 25 knots. Thursday through Friday, beautiful flying weather. VFR, northwest gusts to 25 knots on Thursday. Saturday, VFR conditions deteriorate to MVFR and IFR late as low pressure and a cold front approach the region. Right now outside of Newark, it's warm. It's 72, dew point 63. It's a little uncomfortable out there this morning. Relative humidity 73%. The wind is out of the west at 6. A few clouds at 13,000 and 25,000. The story today will be basically VFR conditions with an outlier shower or thunderstorm around the region, but most of this should be north of the terminals. Right now outside of Philadelphia, it's warm too, 73, dew point on little sticky, 63, humidity 71%. The wind is just due west at 6, and it's a few clouds at 2,600, 8,500, and 28,000. VFR conditions in place. Pollen forecast for today and tomorrow still on the medium to high side with grasses and trees. Continuation of the pollen forecast for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on the medium to the high side. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Colin this morning from the from the National Hurricane Center in Miami. As of 5 a.m., sustained winds about 50 miles per hour, minimum central pressure 1,002 millibars, located at 31.6 north, 80.6 west, movement rapidly to the northeast at 31 miles per hour. And up through this morning, as it passed over the coast of Florida, we had, and even yesterday, we had some tropical storm wind conditions, some very heavy rain here across the northwestern panhandle, some 6, 7, 8 inches of rain in spots of the panhandle as of the last 24 hours, and some strong wind gust here into the 40s and 50s as this storm raced southeast now off the coast of Georgia, and some moderate flooding occurring from Savannah down through southeastern Georgia this morning, as well with some moderate to heavy rain and some hail in the North Carolina coastal water outer banks here. These are all the watches, warnings, and advisories associated with Tropical Storm Colin. This morning, we still have a tropical storm warnings here from the coast of, let's say, North Carolina's Outer Banks all the way down through the northern and central portions of the coastline, the eastern coastline, the Atlantic coastline of Florida this morning. And of course, we still have some flood issues across the interior. Flash flood watches remain in effect from around Greensville south through portions of interior and central South Carolina for some of the moderate to heavy rain that's falling. Latest Doppler and also the lightning information here shows that most of this has now reached off the coast of Florida. There's still the back trail here where you have some showers and thunderstorms through central Florida from Orlando to the west coast here of St. Petersburg, and Tampa included, with some lightning and thunder this morning. Everybody else seems to be doing much better. There's still quite a lot of rain here around Norfolk, Virginia, out along the Carolina coast and down through Myrtle Beach and just offshore, with some lightning strikes here as well. Surf zone forecast for the New Jersey beaches, the Delaware beaches as well. Partly sunny, isolated shower or thunderstorm likely today. Very low chance of that. High temperatures in the upper 70s, beach wind southwest at around 10, surf around 3 feet. Surf temperatures chilly, 63, UVI index very high at 8. Risk of rip currents is low. However, never swim alone, never swim near piers and jetties, and always swim in lifeguarded areas. The high tide cycles either side of 10 a.m. this morning. Latest surface chart from weatherroanoke.com and Digital Atmosphere software shows the rain around the coastal areas of the Carolinas this morning, with Tropical Storm Colin, which is weakening as it's rapidly moving to the north and east. It will probably become extratropical or post-tropical during the next 24 hours. Here is the, well, we had a trough access here this morning, but that seems to be minoring out on the latest surface chart. And here's our cold front that will be moving through in the afternoon hours. Before we get into the model guidance, let's do some warm temperatures today. Generally around or other side of 80 degrees with a northwest wind in the afternoon. Now, the cold pool really comes in tomorrow. Temperatures will probably be dipping down into the upper 60s over the interior and hillier sections of northwest Jersey to the low 70s, which is below normal for this time of the year. The temperatures with the cold pool exist on Thursday as well. Now, I want to back up to Wednesday. With these temperatures, we're going to get into some showers and thunderstorms, and that's going to bring the cool air from the upper levels of the atmosphere down to the surface, and we'll get into the impacts of that in just a moment. Temperatures on Thursday stay in the low 70s across most of the forecast region. Temperatures are pretty nice. I mean, Thursday and Friday, absolutely gorgeous. Saturday, too. If you like dry, fine, summer-like weather, you can't ask for better weather than Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, where temperatures will be in the lower 70s, rising back into the upper 70s to around 80 on Saturday afternoon, the further south and west you go. Sunday, temperatures again with a northwest flow near normal, generally 75 to 80 degrees, and temperatures continue in that regime on Monday of next week. Start things out with the high-resolution rapid refresh. All this moisture from Colin staying to our south and east. Here comes a chance of an isolated to scattered shower showing up across interior sections of northern New Jersey, southeastern New York during this morning, but that's not even really showing up on Doppler radar this morning. Here comes the scattering in the cold pool of some showers and thunderstorms developing, pop-up showers, very light, mainly away from all of our forecast zones, but cannot be ruled out. About a 20% chance during this afternoon and evening, and that would be mainly to our south and east and also to our north and west. So we'll be monitoring that as the main system here swings through southern New England. More importantly, it's what's going to really happen tomorrow. Let's move on to the 4-kilometer NAM model guidance for tomorrow afternoon. And this gets interesting because this guidance suggests that the cold pool and upper level disturbance moving through the flow here is going to initiate some showers and thunderstorms. Now, some of these showers and thunderstorms could be brief and they could be heavy. If we go back to, this is Tuesday, if we go into Wednesday here, this is where the showers and thunderstorms with this cold pool move through. Some of these showers and thunderstorms, even though there's not a lot of lifting mechanisms here at the surface, there's a lot of cold air aloft, and some of that cold air can be drawn down to the surface in a very rapid descending order. This could initiate some poleward upper vertical velocities that could produce some showers and thunderstorms, which are capable of small hail, strong gusty winds, very brief downpours, and lightning. And that would be for tomorrow afternoon, just afternoon time. That moves off the coast, so we'll be monitoring this. It's not showing up in the lower resolution models, but in the high resolution models, this is a forecast that we're going to be monitoring. The Storm Prediction Center has placed the area in a slight risk with more enhancement over southern New England. But if this holds true, that area of enhancement would have to be dropped down back into the New Jersey, New York City metropolitan area. All this should be exiting by tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then basically a dry forecast with beautiful weather on tap for Thursday and Friday. And if we extrapolate this out, let's go even further here on the 12 kilometer. This will take us out to 18Z on Thursday. Beautiful weather setting up. Northwesterly flow, high pressure in control. And then we look for the weekend. This looks interesting because as we get into the weekend, it looks like everything's going to be okay, but then we have another disturbance in the northwest flow. Some of the model guidance places this further north, some south. The latest morning guidance from the GFS has it moving through the area and then lingering around their area on Sunday. So that means the chances of showers, clouds, and even a thunderstorm is possible later Saturday night and Sunday morning. And if this is a little bit further south, like this model is indicating right now, the rain chances and a brief shower or thunderstorm would exist into Sunday afternoon. So we'll be monitoring the changes in this forecast as well. And then everything just slows up as this storm system rapidly deepens, and then of course it just lingers because we have a negative North Atlantic oscillation, so nothing is really going too fast, but high pressure on the western side of this will be building in. The winds will be slackening off a little bit by the early part of Tuesday of next week, and dry conditions will be held intact from Sunday night through Tuesday at this time. So beautiful day today at the beaches and over the interior to be outside. It's going to be nice and warm, lowering dew points during the afternoon hours, but it's going to feel warm. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s again. Much cooler tomorrow. And again, we're going to monitor the shower and thunderstorm potential for tomorrow afternoon and evening over southeastern New York, northwestern New Jersey, the Poconos, and the New York City, Long Island metropolitan area. For everything live, it's GardenStateWeather.com, GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. I'm forecaster Robert Smith. You make it a great Tuesday. We'll see you bright and early on Wednesday morning.